Today's topic is lesion of spinal cord. It is also known as a transection of the spinal cord. It is divided into three types: complete transection, incomplete transection, and hemisection. So first we will discuss complete transection of the spinal cord. Now what is complete transection of spinal cord? It is basically transection or cutting of spinal cord through and through. Okay. What are the common causes? Gunshot injuries, dislocation of spine, and occlusion of blood vessels are the common causes. Common site is at the mid thoracic level. Clinical stage, there are three stages of spinal cord transection: stage of spinal shock, stage of reflex activity, and stage of reflex failure. So first stage of spinal shock, it refers to cessation of all the function and activity below the level of section immediately after injury. Okay. So first effect depend on the site of injury. Complete transection in cervical region above cervical vertebra C5 is fatal because cutting of connection between respiratory center and respiratory muscles, so it leads to paralysis of respiratory muscles. In quick transection of spinal cord, patient feels as it has been cut into two portions. Upper portion is unaffected and whole body below the injury deprived of all the sensation and motor activity. Now cause of stage of spinal shock, it is also known as a stage of flaccidity. Cause is exactly not known, but it is related to cessation of tonic neuronal discharge from upper brainstem or supraspinal pathway. Duration and severity of spinal shock, it depends upon the evolution of animal. Higher the animal, more profound and longer lasting spinal cord. Spinal shock lasts for few minutes in frog, few hours in cat and dogs, few days in monkey, and about 3 weeks for human. In higher animals, damage to any part of the nervous system disturb its smoothness of working and the functional failure is more severe. This is known as a diakinesis. Now motor effect during spinal shock, there is a paralysis of the muscles below level of section. Paraplegia occurs. What is paraplegia? When both the lower limbs are paralyzed. Transection between cervical and lumbosacral enlargement, in that case there is a paraplegia. Quadriplegia, when all four limbs are affected. Transection occur below cervical 5. Loss of tone of paralyzed muscle, and that's why it is called flaccid paralysis. Or reflexia means all the superficial and deep reflexes are markedly decreased or lost. Now sensory effect, all the sensation like touch, pressure, vibration, proprioception, pain are lost below the level of transection. Now what are the vasomotor effect? Depending upon the site of lesion, transection of cord below L2 segment, there is a no effect or very little fall in blood pressure. Transection at the level of T1 thoracic first segment, loss of sympathetic tonic discharge, arterial dilatation, sharp fall in blood pressure, retards the circulation and venous return, and it leads to cyanotic extremities. Skin becomes dry and scaly, and bed sores may develop, and body temperature becomes subnormal. So these are the vasomotor effect. Now visceral effect, urinary bladder. In urinary bladder there is a paralysis of bladder. Sphincter vesicae regains tone early, leading to retention of urine. In rectum, it is paralyzed and it leads to constipation. Penis becomes flaccid and erection become impossible. Now, second stage of this transaction is stage of reflex activity. If patient survives the stage of spinal shock, gradually he or she gains few functions, and that's why it is called stage of recovery. Smooth muscle regain functional activity, then sympathetic tone of blood vessel is regained, skeletal muscle tone recovers slowly, and reflex activity begins to return after few weeks of recovery of muscle tone. First, smooth muscle regain functional activity. Smooth muscle in urinary bladder becomes automatic. Reflex evacuation is gradually established and reflex defecation is also established. Sympathetic tone of blood vessel is regained, and that's why blood pressure is restored to normal. Skin shows sweating again and becomes healthy, and bed sores heal up rapidly. Skeletal muscle tone recovers slowly. It occurs after 3 to 4 weeks. Tone of flexor muscle return fast, therefore flexors becomes less hypotonic than extensor, leading to paraplegia in flexion. Both the lower limbs are in stage of flexion, so it is known as a paraplegia in flexion. Reflex activity begins to return after few weeks of recovery of muscle tone. So this recovery of reflex excitability is due to development of denervation hypersensitivity to mediators released by the remaining spinal excitatory endings and the growing of collaterals from the existing neurons with the formation of additional excitatory ending on interneuron and motor neurons. Flexor reflexes return first. To elicit reflex, a painful stimuli is required. Babinski reflex appear first. Extensor reflexes return after 1 to 5 weeks of appearance of flexor reflexes. Initially knee jerk appears and then ankle jerk return. Mass reflex elicited by scratching the skin over the lower limb or anterior abdominal wall, characterized by spasm of flexor muscle of both the limbs. And last stage is stage of reflex failure. The failure of reflex activity may occur when general condition of patient starts deteriorating due to malnutrition, infection and toxemia. Now, second type of transaction is incomplete transaction of spinal cord. It is also known as a Brown-Séquard syndrome. In this condition, spinal cord is gravely injured but not suffer from complete transaction. Few tracts are intact. So again effects. So there are three stage of spinal shock, stage of reflex activity and stage of reflex failure. So in incomplete transaction, stage of spinal shock, it refers to cessation of all the function and activity below the level of section immediately after injury. Feature of this stage are similar to those described in stage of spinal shock of complete transaction. Second stage is reflex activity. So it is a recovery phase. Tone appears in extensor muscle first. Descending fiber in lateral column of cord may escape injury. For example, vestibulospinal and reticulospinal tract. Now we know this tract, they are extrapyramidal tracts, may escape injury, mainly reinforce the activity of extensor motor neurons. And there is a paraplegia in extension. Extensor reflexes return fast. Extensor reflexes which can be elicited in this stage are Philipson reflex. It refers to extension of opposite limb produced by gentle flexion of one limb. Another reflex is extensor thrust reflex. It refers to physiological extensor response In this reflex, active contraction of quadriceps and posterior calf muscle with strengthening of limb occurs, and it is obtained by pressing the foot upward with palm. Cross extension reflex, it refers to occurrence of forcible extension of opposite limb associated with the withdrawal reflex produced by noxious stimulus to the sole of foot of one limb. Mass reflex is not elicited because controlling effect of brainstem persists through motor fiber which have escape injury. That's why mass reflex is not elicited. And last stage is stage of reflex failure. The failure of reflex activity may occur when general condition of patient starts deteriorating due to malnutrition, infection and toxemia. Thank you. Hemisection of spinal cord. So again it is a transection of spinal cord, but in this transection a lesion involving one lateral half of the spinal cord. Causes are accidental injuries produced for experimental studies in the animals. Now effect of hemisection. Immediate effect are similar to spinal shock. Late effects are Brown-Sequard syndrome, and it can be described as a changes at the level of section, changes below the level of section and changes above the level of section. So first we discuss changes at the level of hemisection. So we have to discuss two things, changes on the same side and changes on the opposite side. So what are the changes occur at the same side at the level of hemisection? So sensory changes, all the sensation are lost, complete damage to posterior nerve root, posterior horn cell and spinothalamic fibers. Motor changes, complete lower motor neuron type of paralysis is seen due to damage to anterior horn cell. Flaccid paralysis of muscle occurs, all the reflexes are lost, muscle power is lost and muscle degenerate and undergo wasting. Now changes at the level of hemisection but on the opposite side. Sensory changes, some loss of pain, temperature, crude touch due to injury to the fibers of spinothalamic tract, but tract of gall and burdock, cuneatus and gracilis are not affected. Motor changes, no motor changes occur. Now changes below the level of section on the same side. Sensory changes are injury to uncrossed fiber of tract of gall and burdock causes loss of fine touch, tactile localization, tactile discrimination and sensation of vibration, conscious kinesthetic sensation and stereognosis. No injury to spinothalamic tract. Motor changes, upper motor neuron type of paralysis due to injury to pyramidal tracts. Vasomotor changes, damage to descending fiber from vasomotor center in the medulla to the lateral horn cell leads to dilatation of blood vessel and there is a fall in blood pressure. Changes below the level but on the opposite side. Sensory changes, injury to crossed spinothalamic tract, no injury to uncrossed tract of gall and burdock. Motor changes, no motor changes. Upper motor neuron lesion type of paralysis of few muscle. Changes above the level of lesion. Changes on the same side. Sensory changes are increased cutaneous sensation are present in one or two segments above the level of section on the same side. This occurs due to irritation of neighboring posterior nerve roots. Motor changes, twitching of muscle in upper one or two segment may occur due to irritation of neighboring anterior nerve roots. Changes above the level of lesion on opposite side. Sensory changes, either no sensory change or referred hyperesthesia may be seen in one or two segment. Motor changes, there is a no motor changes. Thank you.